Okay, this is Valerie Pierce, Module 2, Assignment 1, where we are using SPSS to determine if there is a significant difference in the district enrollment between Region 1 and Region 5 of the state. The first thing that you would want to do is to check for normalcy of your data on the enrollment for Region 1 and Region 5 separately. It did say to assume the assumptions for performing a t-test are met. So I'm going to assume that those are met. But if you had to do it, you would go under data, select the cases like this, and you would be looking at your region, and you would look, you would define it as region equals 1, and then hit continue. And then you would hit OK, and you would go under Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Frequencies, and you would be looking at enrollment. And you could see at the bottom that you are using the region equals 1. You would click on Charts. You would ask for a histogram and show the normal curve on the histogram, and click Continue, then OK. And it will give you the table of the values, and it will give you the histogram with a normal distribution curve, hopefully. This one doesn't have one. It's skewed to the right. So then you would want to look at your data for the second group, and you would do it in the same manner. You would select cases and then region, and you would change region equals 1 to region equals 5, and you would click Continue and OK, and then you will go under Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Frequencies, and you would look again at your enrollment. It's already clicked, and you will see at the bottom the region equals 5. If you clicked on the charts, you could see that they're already marked correctly. And so you would click OK, and then you would get the table and the histogram with the distribution curve for Region 5. And in this case, it is a fairly normal distribution curve. And so to run the t-test on these two groups, if you had looked at the normalcy, you would have to go back and change your region to all cases so that you would look at them. You would go under Analyze, Compare Means, Independent Samples t-test, and you are testing the enrollment, and the variable that you're using for your groups is the region. And then it gives you region, but you're going to have to define it because there's more than 2 listed. And we want region 1, which is labeled 1, and then region 5 for group 2, which is labeled as 5. And then you would click Continue and OK, and then you would get your results. And in group statistics, you can see that there were 72 schools or districts in region 1, and that the mean is 2,353.75, standard deviation 4,005.163, standard error mean 472.013. Region 5, there are 23 schools or districts. The average enrollment was 987.83. Standard deviation was 490.229, and the standard error of mean 102.22. Now, if you look at the independent samples test, one thing that you're supposed to look at under those 3 assumptions is the sample size, which region 5 is small. Mostly you like to see 30. And then you look for the normal distribution curve, which we looked at, and then you look for equal variances. And the standard deviation here, you can kind of see that if you squared these to get the variance, that region 1 would be way more than twice the size of region 5. And then here, the SPSS actually runs Levine's test for you, and you can see that the significance value is 0.011, which is less than the 0.05, which means that there is a statistical difference between the variances. So instead of using this first line of the samples test, you would use the second. And in the second line, you can see that the t-value is 2.828, degrees of freedom are 77.267, and the significance or p-value is 0.006, which is less than the 0.05. And so there is a statistically significant difference between the mean of region 1 and region 2. So you would reject the null hypothesis and you would accept the alternate hypothesis. You can look also at Cohen's d. The point estimate is 0.389, which would be a middle size effect in of this difference. So it has a middle size effect. And this concludes the video.